My dog is looking at me like I'm crazy. Hi, my name is Natalie. This is Midnight, and welcome to my booktube channel. I have no idea what the white balance on this is going to be like because on the side it looks super washed out. I guess I'll just have to see. Good luck to me. So today I'm going to be doing the Harley in the Sky book tag hosted by... Oh my god! Okay. So this book tag is in celebration of the upcoming release of Harley in the Sky, a book by Akemi Bowman, a release that I am super excited about. I have loved both of Akemi's previous works, being Starfish and Summerbird Blue. Summerbird Blue, one of my favorite books of all time, what can I say? I loved it. I recommend it to anyone who will listen, and you're listening, so I recommend Summerbird Blue. This booktube challenge has a series of prompts based on features of Harley in the Sky, be it the cover or the contents of the book, and I'm going to be choosing a book for each of these prompts. So the first prompt of the Harley challenge is yellow. Since Harley in the Sky has a gorgeous yellowy orange book cover, I'm going to be choosing a book which also has a beautiful yellowy orange cover. I absolutely should have done this ahead of time, and yet I didn't. So this is a nice throwback. I actually haven't read this book in many years, but I have chosen Lola and the Boy Next Door for the beautiful yellowy orange book cover. I was not a huge fan of the initial cover for this at release, so I was super excited when they re-released with these beautiful, beautiful covers. I haven't reread this in many years, but this used to be my jam in high school. I thought this was the cutest little love story. But yeah, this is a book I've chosen. Why I like this. The second prompt for the book tag is circus. Since Harley in the Sky is set in a circus, I'm going to try to find another book which takes place in a circus. And I've been told that there are bonus points available if I do not choose the night circus. So I was actually talking to my mom about this prompt, and she reminded me of the book Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. I actually have not read this book, so I don't know if that's cheating, but I also haven't read the majority of the books that are in my room. Oops. I have seen the movie, if that counts, with Robert Pattinson, if I recall correctly. This book is about... I don't see. It does that fun adult book thing where they're like, no, we're not going to put a summary on the outside. You just have to invest. This book, as far as I can remember, this is going to be a hot mess. This book takes place in a circus, and it follows an elephant trainer and his relationship with the creatures and the other people in the circus. And I've heard it's a real tearjerker, so super excited to get to this one day. Based on the number of TBR books that I own, it could be years. We'll see. So I apologize if the setting of this camera suddenly changed. My battery did die, so I did have to change the battery. And although I did initially put the battery in and it was showing up as having a full charge, now it is suddenly blinking at me again, so we'll see how long this lasts. Love this for me. So the next prompt for this book tag is Harley, and the prompt is to find a book which in some way relates to the word Harley, be it the name of a character or maybe a motorcycle, Harley Davidson. So the book I'm going to talk about for the Harley prompt is Wolf by Wolf, which is a book by Ryan Groudon. It's an alternate history story which explores a world in which the Axis powers had won World War II. So this book follows our main character Yael, who was previously imprisoned in a death camp and decides to partake in an annual motorcycle race to celebrate the Axis powers' victory, the prize of which is an audience with the highly reclusive Adolf Hitler at the Victor's Ball in Tokyo. So Yael's goal is to win this race and kill Hitler. This is yet another book that I haven't actually read yet because I have a fucking problem. I really need to read these books I own. Oh my god. So the next prompt for this book tag is mixed race character. Because Harley in the Sky follows a mixed race character, Harley, I'm going to find for you a book which also features another mixed race character. So I want to give an honorable mention to Summerbird Blue. Once again, it is one of my favorite books of all time. It means so much to me, and I think it's a beautiful story of someone coming to terms with her grief and lots of family dynamic issues. It's just, I can't describe it. It's just a really, really beautiful story. It made me cry, in a good way. I love it. Please read it. So the book that I've chosen for mixed race character is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with this book. To All the Boys I've Loved Before follows our main character, Lara Jean Song Covey, who writes letters to all of the boys that she has previously been in love with. It's kind of a source of catharsis for her, just getting these feelings off her chest so that she can then move past them. And one day, her letters mysteriously disappear and she discovers that they have been sent out. And this book follows the consequences of these letters, which were never meant to see the light of day, making their way into the public eye. Or the private eye of the people who were never meant to see them. I love this book. It's very sweet. I reread this at the beginning of this year on my way to finally getting through the rest of the series because I kind of stagnated for a while thinking, oh, I'll reread it and then get through the rest of the series. Never did it. Did it earlier this year. I absolutely adore these books. The romance is adorable. There's lots of cookie baking, lots of Yakult, and I love it. And you should read it. It's just great! Next up is Vegas. Harley comes from Vegas, so find me a story set in Vegas. This is a hard one. I feel like there was a Percy Jackson book where they went to Vegas. I can't remember if the Lotus Hotel and Casino was actually in Vegas or if it was just an Oasis kind of thing. But I do know that Invictus by Ryan Groudon does have some scenes that take place in Las Vegas. Invictus takes place in a future where time travel is a reality and people travel through time to document history. So Invictus follows the story of faraway Gaius McCarthy, who was born outside of time. He was born on one of these time-traveling ships, and it has been his goal for his entire life to become a recorder, someone who is able to time travel to record history. So Faraway has always dreamed of being a recorder himself like his mother was, but when he fails his final exam to become one of these recorders, he just can't give up his dream of becoming a time traveler. So he turns to the black market and goes back in time to steal valuable objects from different historical events in time. It's a fun story about time travel. They go all places around the globe and they have some downtime in Las Vegas one of these times, so why have chosen it for Las Vegas? And the final prompt for this challenge is Aerialist. Since Harley is an aerialist in the circus, the challenge of this prompt is to find a book which either features an aerialist, which might be a bit too hard for me, or is about flying in some way, which is slightly easier. So the book I've chosen for this is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And Daughter of Smoke and Bone follows our main character, Karu, who lives a bit of an unusual life. She lives in Prague and she attends an art school with her best friend, Zuzana. But at night she travels the world collecting teeth for her father figure, Brimstone, who also happens to be a chimera. So Daughter of Smoke and Bone follows Karu and her family of chimera who are tangled up in a conflict between two worlds. And this book follows the story of Karu finding out what this conflict is and also falling in love with a boy and finding out why they have been drawn to each other from the moment they first saw each other. Oh, and Karu can fly. So can the boy. Okay. And Karu fuck! So Daughter of Smoke and Bone follows Karu, who has just a bit of an unusual life. She lives in Prague, goes to art school, has her own apartment, and oh yeah, she can fly. Plus her family is a group of chimera. Her father figure Brimstone deals in the magic of wishes, and Karu fulfills different tasks for him, which he rewards with wishes, one of which Karu uses to obtain the ability to fly. So this book follows Karu in her quest to find out who she is, who her family is, and who this mysterious boy who she feels inexplicably drawn to is. It's really fun, it's beautifully written. I was lucky enough literally fulfilled a dream earlier this year and reread this in Prague. It was amazing. Prague is amazing. Thank you, Laini Taylor, for putting the idea of Prague into my heart. It's beautiful. Go to Prague. So that's going to do it for my Harley in the Sky book tag video. I just wanted to return to the reason for the season, if you will, which is the beautiful upcoming book Harley in the Sky by Akemi Bowman. If you haven't gotten a chance to, add it to your Goodreads TBR, pre-order it if you are the type of person who loves to pre-order, because I promise you, this book is so worth it. If you've never read another one of Akemi Bowman's books, hey, Harley in the Sky comes out in March 2020. There is plenty of time to read Starfish and Summerbird Blue. I can't wait for all of you to meet Harley. So don't forget, Harley in the Sky comes out March 10th, 2020. In the meantime, check out some of Akemi's other books, Starfish and Summerbird Blue, or any of the other books I mentioned in this video because they're all great, and if I haven't read them yet, I'm sure they're great anyway. Life is hard, guys. Life is really hard. This is much harder than I anticipated, and I just, this is the second time that I've realized that I've been looking at, myself the entire time, so I'm not actually, making eye contact with you guys. But trust me, I want to engage with whoever's watching this video. Don't know who you are? I hope you're someone. I hope you're out there. Maybe it's Emma. Hi Emma. Maybe it's Akemi. Hi Akemi. Who decided to let me on booktube? I just want to ask, because this is clearly not where I belong. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any ideas of videos you'd like to see from me in the future, please let me know in the comments. Maybe subscribe if you like listening to me ramble. I would be shocked, but that would be super cool. Go check out Emma's channel over at emmanovella. I will have her original video linked below. You should definitely check it out because she is amazing. And I think that does it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day. Bye!